Did you know that 2 common items, likely sitting in your kitchen pantry right now, are being talked about as ancient health secrets, especially for seniors? We're talking about honey and cinnamon. You've probably used them for years, maybe in your morning tea or sprinkled on your oatmeal, never giving them a second thought beyond their taste. But what if these familiar comforts held deeper, more potent benefits for your aging body? It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? A simple, natural solution to some of aging's toughest challenges. But here's a question that I believe we must ask. Is it all just sweet talk, or is there real substance behind these claims? And more importantly, could relying on them without understanding the full picture actually be leading you down a misleading path, or even causing subtle harm? If you're a senior or you care for one, and you're looking for ways to support your health naturally, this is a conversation you absolutely need to hear. Because today, we're not just going to list supposed benefits. We're going to peel back the layers, look at what the science truly says, and uncover what you really need to know before you start thinking of honey and cinnamon as a cure-all. Are these pantry staples friends or potential foes in disguise when it comes to senior health? And before we dive deep, if you're new here and you believe in getting honest, no-nonsense health information tailored for your best years, do hit that subscribe button and the little bell. You won't want to miss what we share. And as we go, if something resonates, or if you've had an experience with these ingredients, I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments. Type yes if you've ever wondered about the real power of natural remedies. Your engagement truly helps us create content that matters to you. Let's talk about something that plagues so many seniors: joint pain, that morning stiffness, the ache in your knees when you climb stairs, the tender fingers that make simple tasks a struggle. It's a daily battle, isn't it? A constant reminder that your body has carried you through many years. Now, you might have heard whispers or even read articles suggesting that a mixture of honey and cinnamon could be the answer to soothing this relentless discomfort. The idea is that honey's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory magic, combined with similar compounds in cinnamon, could calm that fire in your joints. Some will point to studies like one often mentioned from Copenhagen, where participants supposedly found significant relief. It sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Grandparents getting up easier, walking without wincing, and who wouldn't want that? We all crave that independence, that freedom from pain that allows us to truly live, not just exist. But here's where I urge a moment of caution. While a warm, comforting drink with honey and cinnamon might feel soothing, and while some anti-inflammatory properties are present in these ingredients, is it powerful enough to truly combat the complex mechanisms of osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis? Think about it. These conditions involve significant wear and tear, or complex autoimmune responses. Could a simple pantry blend truly reverse or significantly halt such processes? My concern is that while it might offer a sliver of comfort, perhaps a placebo effect from the warmth and ritual, relying on it as a primary solution could delay you from seeking proven medical advice or therapies that can make a more substantial difference. What if that gentle relief makes you postpone a doctor's visit where you could learn about exercises, weight management, or medications that could genuinely improve your mobility and quality of life? It's not to say there's no benefit, perhaps a mild, temporary soothing effect. But we must be realistic. True, lasting relief from significant joint pain often requires a more robust, multifaceted approach. Have you found yourself hoping for a simple fix for a complex problem like joint pain? Share your thoughts below. I'm genuinely interested. Now, let's turn to another major concern as we age, our cognitive health. Those moments when you walk into a room and forget why, or when a familiar name hovers just out of reach. It's unsettling, isn't it? It can even be frightening, making you wonder what the future holds for your mental sharpness. The desire to protect our memory, our very essence, is profound. So when you hear that honey and cinnamon might boost brain function, improve memory, and even fend off serious conditions like Alzheimer's, it's incredibly tempting to believe. The theory often presented is that cinnamon improves circulation to the brain and helps prevent harmful protein buildups, while honey provides clean fuel and antioxidants to combat the oxidative stress that damages brain cells. Some studies might even suggest improvements in short-term memory with honey consumption. But let's pause and think critically. Our brains are incredibly complex organs. Cognitive decline is influenced by a multitude of factors: genetics, lifestyle, overall cardiovascular health, inflammation, and so much more. Can a teaspoon of honey and a dash of cinnamon truly stand against such a formidable array of influences? While improved circulation is certainly good for the brain and antioxidants are beneficial, the leap to preventing Alzheimer's or significantly reversing memory loss based solely on these ingredients is a very large one. What worries me is that individuals might lean on this idea and neglect other, more evidence-based strategies for brain health. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities, maintaining social connections, regular physical exercise, a balanced diet rich in various nutrients, and managing conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, which directly impact brain health. The ritual of a warm, comforting drink can indeed be calming and reduce stress, which indirectly benefits the brain. But attributing significant neuroprotective powers to just these two ingredients, that might be overstating their capabilities. It's about a holistic approach, isn't it? Not a single magic bullet. Your heart. It's been beating faithfully for decades, the rhythm of your life. And as we get older, protecting this vital organ becomes paramount. So when claims surface that honey and cinnamon can support heart health, reduce blood pressure, lower bad cholesterol, and improve circulation, it certainly catches our attention. We hear that cinnamon's warming properties help dilate blood vessels, easing the strain on the heart, and that honey's antioxidants fight arterial inflammation. It all sounds wonderfully straightforward. A daily dose of this sweet and spicy concoction to keep your ticker in top shape. But is it truly that simple? Cardiovascular health is a deeply complex system. High blood pressure, unhealthy cholesterol levels, and poor circulation are often the result of long-term dietary patterns, lack of exercise, stress, smoking, and genetic predispositions. While some studies might show modest positive effects of cinnamon on cholesterol or blood sugar to suggest it's a primary solution for serious heart conditions could be misleading. What if someone with dangerously high blood pressure or cholesterol decided to rely mainly on honey and cinnamon instead of prescribed medications or significant lifestyle changes recommended by their cardiologist? The consequences could be severe. Honey, while a natural sugar, is still sugar. An excessive sugar intake, even from natural sources, isn't generally recommended for optimal heart health, especially if weight management or blood sugar control is an issue. The antioxidants are a plus, yes, but you can get a much wider and more potent array of antioxidants from a diet rich in various fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. My perspective is that these ingredients might offer a tiny supporting role within a much larger, heart-healthy lifestyle, but they are certainly not the stars of the show. Relying on them to do the heavy lifting for your heart could be a risky gamble. Blood sugar. For many seniors, this becomes a daily tightrope walk. The fatigue after meals, the brain fog, the constant worry about numbers. And if you have pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, it's a serious, lifelong concern. So when you hear that cinnamon can enhance insulin sensitivity and lower blood glucose, and that honey is a better sugar, it might sound like a godsend. Some research, like that from the USDA, is often cited, suggesting benefits from even small amounts of cinnamon. But this is an area where we need to tread extremely carefully. This is not like suggesting a remedy for a mild headache. Mismanaging blood sugar can have dire consequences, affecting everything from your nerves and kidneys to your eyes and heart. While some types of cinnamon may have a mild positive effect on blood sugar for some individuals, it is not a substitute for medication, dietary management prescribed by a doctor or dietitian, or regular blood sugar monitoring. And honey? Let's be very clear. Honey is a sugar. It will raise your blood sugar. While it might have a slightly lower glycemic index than table sugar and contains some beneficial compounds, for a person with diabetes, it must be accounted for just like any other carbohydrate. The idea that you can liberally use honey because it's natural is a dangerous misconception if your blood sugar is a concern. What if relying on these natural regulators leads to complacency with prescribed treatments? What if it results in dangerously high or erratic blood sugar levels? The risk here, in my opinion, significantly outweighs the potential for minor, unproven benefits for individuals with diagnosed blood sugar issues. If you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, any significant dietary change, including the regular addition of honey or cinnamon for therapeutic purposes, must be discussed with your healthcare provider. Don't let appealing but potentially misleading claims jeopardize your health. Have you ever been confused by conflicting advice on natural remedies and blood sugar? Let me know in the comments. Type confused if so. As we journey through our senior years, our immune system, that valiant protector, can sometimes feel a bit tired. Colds might linger longer, recovery from minor illnesses can seem to take an age, and that general feeling of vulnerability can creep in. So, the promise that a simple blend of honey and cinnamon can boost immunity and reduce inflammation sounds incredibly appealing, doesn't it? We hear about cinnamon's anti-inflammatory prowess, calming the body's overactive responses, and honey's antibacterial and antiviral properties fighting off infections. It paints a picture of a natural shield, strengthening your body's defenses with every warm, comforting sip. And for generations, these ingredients have been turned to for soothing sore throats and coughs. There's a comfort in that tradition, a sense of gentle, natural healing. But let's inject a dose of reality. While honey can indeed soothe a sore throat, and cinnamon possesses some anti-inflammatory compounds, can this duo truly boost your immune system in a significant, measurable way that prevents illness? The immune system is a vast, intricate network. Its function is influenced by nutrition, sleep, stress levels, vaccination status, and underlying health conditions. My concern is that an over-reliance on honey and cinnamon for immune boosting might lead to a neglect of these more foundational pillars of immune health. What if you skip your flu shot, thinking a daily dose of honey and cinnamon is enough? What if you don't prioritize a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables because you believe this simple mix covers your bases? It's about seeing these things as potential minor adjuncts, perhaps offering some symptom relief for a mild cold, rather than powerful immune modulators. True immune resilience comes from a holistic lifestyle not just a spoonful of sweetness and spice. Now, we've touched upon some of the hopeful claims surrounding honey and cinnamon. But as I've hinted, it's not all sunshine and roses. In fact, this is where I believe the conversation often falls dangerously short, especially for seniors. Natural does not automatically mean safe for everyone, in any amount. And our bodies, as they age, can react differently, more sensitively than they once did. Let's talk specifics, because your health and safety are paramount. I've mentioned it, but it bears repeating with emphasis. If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, honey is a concentrated source of sugar. A small amount might be manageable if accounted for in your overall carbohydrate intake and discussed with your doctor. But using it freely, believing it's a healthy sugar that won't impact your levels, is a serious misstep. Are you absolutely clear on how even natural sugars affect your specific health condition? This is a crucial question to ask your healthcare provider. This is a big one. The common cinnamon you find in most grocery stores is cassia cinnamon. Cassia contains a compound called coumarin, which, in high doses or with prolonged use, can be toxic to the liver. For seniors whose liver function might already be compromised, or for those taking medications processed by the liver, this is a significant risk. True cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon, has much lower levels of coumarin and is generally considered safer for regular consumption. But are you sure which one you're using? And are you aware of how much is too much? Most people aren't. Relying on a pinch is vague and can easily lead to overconsumption if you're using it in multiple things daily. This is a minefield. Cinnamon, particularly cassia, can have blood-thinning properties. If you're already on anticoagulant medications like warfarin, adding significant amounts of cinnamon could potentially increase your risk of bleeding. Honey, if it significantly alters your blood sugar, can interfere with the effectiveness of diabetes medications. Are you thinking about these potential interactions? It's vital to do so. Your pharmacist or doctor is the best resource here. While rare, allergic reactions to honey or cinnamon can occur. For seniors whose skin can be thinner and more sensitive, even topical applications, sometimes suggested for joint pain, could cause irritation. Always test a small area first. What truly worries me is the lack of these detailed, specific warnings in many enthusiastic promotions of these remedies. It's easy to get swept up in the natural is best narrative without considering the very real what-ifs. My opinion is that knowledge is power, and understanding these potential downsides is just as important, if not more so, than hearing about the supposed benefits. Before you make honey and cinnamon a significant part of your health regimen, please consider these cautions deeply. So, after all this, what's the real takeaway for you as a senior looking to live your healthiest life? Are honey and cinnamon villains in disguise? Not necessarily. Are they the miracle cures some claim them to be? In my strong opinion, absolutely not. The truth, as it so often is, lies somewhere in the middle, and it demands a healthy dose of critical thinking and personal responsibility. Honey, particularly raw, unprocessed honey, does contain antioxidants and can be a soothing remedy for a sore throat. A small amount used as a sweetener is generally fine for most people without blood sugar issues. Cinnamon, especially Ceylon cinnamon, does have anti-inflammatory properties and may offer some mild metabolic benefits when used in moderation as a spice. But the danger comes when we elevate these common kitchen ingredients to the status of powerful medicines, when we expect them to solve complex, chronic health problems that typically require comprehensive medical care and significant lifestyle adjustments. What if the real benefit of that warm honey and cinnamon drink is simply the ritual itself? The moment of pause, the comforting warmth, the pleasant aroma, these things can reduce stress and promote a sense of well-being, and that in itself has health value. My advice, my plea almost, is to approach these things with informed moderation. For serious conditions like arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, or cognitive decline, always follow the evidence-based advice of your healthcare professionals. Natural remedies should never replace prescribed treatments or necessary lifestyle changes. Think of honey and cinnamon as foods, as spices, not as potent drugs. Use them to enhance the flavor of an already healthy, balanced diet, not as a shortcut or a primary therapeutic agent. If you choose to use cinnamon regularly, consider seeking out Ceylon cinnamon. Be mindful of quantities. A sprinkle is different from multiple teaspoons a day. If you have any underlying health conditions or are taking medications, discuss the regular use of even natural remedies like honey and cinnamon with your doctor or pharmacist. They can help you understand any potential risks or interactions specific to you. This isn't about dismissing tradition or the potential for natural compounds to offer some benefits. It's about promoting safe, informed use. It's about protecting you from potential harm, born out of misinformation or wishful thinking. We've journeyed through the sweet promises and some of the hidden stings concerning honey and cinnamon for senior health. It's clear that while these familiar pantry staples might offer a touch of comfort and perhaps some very mild benefits, they are certainly not the all-powerful elixirs they are sometimes portrayed to be. The key, as with so many things in life and health, is balance, knowledge, and a healthy skepticism towards claims that sound too good to be true. Your health, your vitality, your independence in these precious years, these are too important to gamble on unproven remedies or to neglect the proven, evidence-based care that can truly make a difference. Use honey and cinnamon wisely as part of a vibrant, varied diet, but don't expect them to be your primary defense against the complex challenges of aging. That responsibility and that power lies in a much broader commitment to your well-being, guided by sound medical advice and your own informed choices. Now, I truly want to hear from you. After listening to this, what's one thing that stands out to you? Is there a piece of advice here you plan to incorporate, or perhaps a question that's come to mind? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue this important conversation and support each other in navigating the path to healthy aging with wisdom and clarity. If you found this discussion valuable, if it made you think, please give this video a thumbs up. That tells us we're on the right track. And if you haven't already, subscribe and click that notification bell, because our goal here is to empower you with information you can trust. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this community. Here's to your health, approached with discernment and lived with vitality.